Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Daniel, obviously, and I drive a sport compact. If you're new here, I drive it on dirt, you know. And so far we were 3 in a row on the season in the race recaps I've released. And now you may be able to see it behind me, but we have a new addition. That big green one back there. We've won our 4th race in a row, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, let's hop straight into the heat race footage. All right, so to start off, we were starting in I believe it is the 6th position for our heat race. We were starting outside 3rd row. The track was a little bit weird at this stage. It was just weird, you know. It wasn't too ruddy or anything, but it wasn't super muddy, but it wasn't super dry. It was just a weird track. You can see we pretty much fell all the way back, kind of similar to last week's. I believe we had one more person behind us, but we kind of fell all the way back and then started making moves. We go inside on that 12 car right there, going into the corner, and we pretty much clear him coming out of 2. Then hopping down into turn 3, we are just chasing this green car right in front of us, and it does take us a little while to get by him, but we're gonna try here. But I was really running the high line most of the heat race, but I did use it to kind of just test lines. That's usually what I try to use our heat race for, is to not take it too seriously. The feature race is really the race that matters in my head. So yeah, you want to get a good result, but no reason in junking your car and no reason in not knowing what the track is like. I believe we just got around that green car right there, and it's going to bring us to our first caution of the race. Starting here, we were doing single file starts, and we're starting in 4th position. So we take that straight away, and pretty much before you make it to the checker or the flag stand, we're going to make another pass. Push us up into 3rd place, and then we're just chasing down the 2 leaders. What seems to be our biggest rival in the season, the number 16 car. It seems like we're always fighting with them here in our heat races. But we kind of just chased them down right up till the end. Got really close a few times, like coming through 1 and 2 right here. But I washed up pretty bad as the track was kind of slick. And then again here going into 3. Got a really good run through the corner and just didn't get a good run out of 4. And that was how our heat race ended. All right, so that is how our heat race went. We ended up coming home 3rd place in the heat race. We tested out a bunch of lines, made some moves stick, and made some moves that didn't. Overall, average heat race for me at this point. Kind of just using it to gauge what the track is going to be like for the day and what lines may or may not work. Obviously, if you've raced dirt or you know anything about dirt racing, is that the track is completely different by the time your feature race happens. But it's a good time to at least feel what the track is going to be like for the day, because the track may change, but it changes from race to race more than it does from heat to feature. But yeah, coming home in 3rd in our heat race should have set us up for 3rd position in our feature. But there must have been some sort of miscommunication as we ended up starting 5th place. But I still made it work. We were on the inside of the 3rd row, so let's hop straight into that. All right, so hopping straight into our heat race, we were starting 3rd row inside, like I said, and we are just going to kind of follow through on this first lap and try to make a move on the 27, but we're not going to make one stick until right near the end of the lap. At this point, though, the track was very dry slick. It was the end of the night. We had the High Plains late model series come through, so big cars with big tires kind of tear up the track and dry it out real quick. You can see us getting by that 27 car. This 15 car gets a little bit sideways here because the 10 comes down a little bit, but we were able to all keep it straight and make it into turn 3, where the 10 car gets a little more sideways and the 15 car almost comes up into us, almost causing an issue. We were able to keep it straight though. So we went from 4th to 2nd pretty much in that one lap there. then coming out of turn 2, that 15 car is ahead of us again. He had a little bit better of an exit. And then going in turn 3 and 4, he washes up a bit, taps us, a little bit of contact. But that was when we were able to finally get around him completely. And then we were just chasing down that 16 car, like I was saying. Seems like they are one of our biggest rivals on the year. Always fun racing with them. They're always keeping it clean. Always having a blast out there running with them. So we're kind of just trying to chase them down. I'm a little bit better in the entry on the corner. They're a little better on the exit. You can see there I gained them a bunch of time going into 3. And then they're going to pull away going into the straight out of 4. Just because I kept that momentum up a little bit. But so our times were about equal, I believe. And we were just kind of trying to run it and try to keep our race clean. But this is how we're going to come to our caution in the race. I believe it was just the one caution. And yeah, so we are starting in P2 for the restart. It's a Delaware restart. They gave me choice as I was P2. I picked high like I always do. And we kind of just go off of here. Try to get a really good start to get by that 16 car. Can't quite get there before the end of turn 2. 16 gets a really good exit, and we're just trying to chase him down while keeping the rest of the pack behind us. It really seemed like they were very fast on this dry slick track, and it's one of the first times I've actually been able to experience it with how rough and everything our tracks have been lately. So I really just tried to keep it pinned on their quarter panel, tried to keep them pinned as low as possible, go high. Big run here, big jump on the outside, and we're coming up on a lap car already. This car was not getting out of the way no matter what we tried to do. So I just tried to take the top around him. Didn't quite work. 16 tried the bottom. And then here we are coming around turn 3 and 4 from the outside view camera. I'm going to shoot it right around his top. They were waving the blue flag at him, telling him to get out of the way. There was contact. Not a great time. But then I was able to clear him and the 16 car, take that first position away, and start running away with it a little bit. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a ballsy move. I was trying to be cautious all race because it was just a weird day, weird racing day. But with that move there, we were able to secure first place and try to start running away with it like we have the last few weeks. So we're just going to keep running our race, keep running what I feel is fastest. Try to get as close to that outside wall as possible coming down the front stretch and just whip it down into the corner and let it slide up a little bit and run it a little higher in 3 and 4 because that's where I feel a little bit more comfortable and I like the track a little bit more. But we are just slipping and sliding around these corners and we're just kind of running away with the lead a little bit. Not a crazy lead, but a lead nonetheless, which is always nice, especially when you're in first. So we just tried to keep it clean and not make any mistakes. You can see the track was a little bit rough from how much the camera's shaking all around. It wasn't insanely rough, but it wasn't perfect by any means. And here we are coming around the track for one of the last few laps here. I was really just trying to keep it clean. I had a little bit of a stressful time in the lead there because I did try shifting, which was not a good idea. I usually don't, but wanted to try it for once and almost spun out. But here we are, just clocking our laps. We kept the lead, didn't see another car after we made that move on the lap car and the 16 car to take the lead away from the 16 going into 1. Didn't see anybody else for the rest of the race. Then just tried to run it, tried to keep it smooth, tried to run it fast, try to get as much of a lead as I could. And then we're going to come across the line to take our 4th straight victory on the season here at El Paso County Raceway, and man, it feels good.
Yeah, boy! Woo!
And that's going to be a wrap on our 5th race of the season. but our fourth straight win in a row, and it feels good. Now, I want to thank you guys all for sticking around and all of the support recently on everything I've released. It means a lot. It really does. I do have a little bit of a surprise. This upcoming week, we are running at Pueblo at Honor Speedway. New track, never been there before, not even as a spectator. So it's going to be a whole new experience, and there will be a race recap for that coming out sometime next week. The race is on Saturday. It's currently Friday. So, yeah, I will let you guys know how that goes in that video. But I'm going to wrap this one up and let you all go. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good one. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.